All right, a terrible weekend, and right now 2 tornado watches in effect for parts of the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley, up into the Mid-Atlantic region. We certainly could be in for a rough afternoon. So far, we've not seen very much severe weather, but that could change quickly. Welcome back to Day Planner. Folks across the Midwest trying to get a handle on the scope of this weekend's severe weather outbreak.
We had a dozen tornadoes reported in just 48 hours, 7 of which were in Wisconsin on Sunday. 4 were confirmed in Iowa on Saturday. So here's a look at some of the other storm reports. A tornado seriously damaged homes and lifted roofs off buildings in early Iowa. In Manistee, Michigan, thunderstorm winds took out some homes in the downtown area. And in Tawas City, Michigan, lightning reportedly struck a pine tree, which then fell on top of a house and caught it on fire.
And here's a look at the tornado that roared through Merrill. You can see it there on the left, a very large, what we call a wedge tornado. Storm chasers shooting this as it crossed the highway. On the right, you see the destruction there, widespread damage from that tornado. Just a very scary time as that came through. Chris Warren has been in Wisconsin since yesterday afternoon.
And he has more from the storm-battered town of Merrill.
What I want to do right now is try to give you an idea of the different types of damage we're seeing here in Merrill, Wisconsin, the variability, how it is just an absolute total mess. It's chaos, the type of damage we're seeing here. First, you look over here and you see that home with the red roof. It looks like at first glance that just the siding is ripped off, but in fact the whole other side, the entire roof has just been lifted and blown off and is just gone. And then we look over here, there's an outbuilding that has this roof also gone, and there's a building over here with 2 cars in it. The garage is gone. They're in the garage, but the garage is no longer there. And then we come over here, look across the street. Power poles have been snapped. Utility crews are still working to take care of that. And then you come over, you have to look a little bit more closely here. But these trees, some of them halfway up, have just been snapped. This tree in the front yard of this home, you go up and you see the branches, then all of a sudden it just stops. And we don't know where the other part of the tree is. And in the distance, you can see how some of the other trees have been snapped. And amidst all of this, you have debris. It's mangled debris, metal, insulation. Some of it, you can't even tell what it used to be. So the scene here is a mess. It's a chaotic mess, what we're seeing here in Merrill, Wisconsin. That's the latest. I'm meteorologist Chris Warren. Back to you.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. I want to show you what's going on right now in the satellite picture. This is water vapor imagery, and we've got another disturbance coming through. This is the one that affected the Midwest over the weekend. This is the second one coming through. Very strong jet stream just ahead of that, and that's going to plow through the Ohio Valley today, and along with it, we are likely to see quite a bit in the way of strong or severe storms. A couple of tornado watches now in effect. We'll take you first of all to the southern area. This tornado watch going until 5 o'clock does include Nashville and Clarksville, and then down into the Tupelo area. And within that area, we could see not only tornadoes, but perhaps a nearly golf ball size hail and 80-mile-an-hour wind. We've had a few warnings in Arkansas, also a flash flood warning until 3:30 for the counties north of Memphis and along the Mississippi River. You see that big area of rain that's going through here. The movement is generally off towards the northeast, but you notice that the axis of moisture is not moving very quickly towards the east, which means if you pick any one point, you can see how storms are kind of rolling over the same areas again and again. We call that training. That's why we're concerned about the possibility of flash flooding. So heavy rain is also part of the equation. Nashville got some showers moving on in. Eventually, it's going to get very rough for you, probably in another few hours towards the latter part of the afternoon or early evening. Then as we expand northward, you see there's another tornado watch area, that going until 7 o'clock tonight, Kentucky and West Virginia. We have not seen very much going on within the area as of yet, but again, that could change pretty quickly. Quickly want to show you what's going on with the outlook for today. Severe weather anticipated in red here from Louisiana all the way up into the northeast. Then in the overnight hours, it's going to begin to come into the Carolinas and across Georgia and northwest Florida. I want to remind you to stay with us as we continue our coverage. Severe storms can develop very quickly, and we'll have the latest both on the air and online. Maria?
Well, one thing that's fueling the severe weather, how about the warm weather? New Yorkers are loving it. And you know what? The ice rink at 30 Rock still open for a couple weeks. I think April 24th it begins. Its shutdown corresponds to the Easter holiday, but 75 degrees and ice skating, you got to love it. Unfortunately, we're going to see those temperatures drop behind our big storm system now. Ahead of it, of course, seeing that big warm surge. We're enjoying that. New York City in the mid-70s, Baltimore into the 80s, Tampa 86 degrees, Orlando already at 90. 90, but a big change, as I mentioned, behind it. We're seeing 10, 20, 25-degree differences from this time yesterday in places like Milwaukee and Chicago. So we could see some records fall today, and the candidates on the list, Allentown, you're going to be up into the 80s. You have that record set back to 83 degrees, so we're very close to that. Also, Raleigh, Savannah, and Orlando. Orlando, as I mentioned, already up to 90. The forecast, 93. The old record, 92. Carl, back over to you.
All right, well, coming up in just a few minutes here, we're going to have much more on severe weather. We'll tell you about what to expect in the west as well as a new storm comes in there. That's all straight ahead here on Dave Larry.
It's tough to run with congestion. So I'm taking charge with Claritin D. It relieves even my worst allergy symptoms. Nothing works stronger, faster, or longer for nasal congestion and sinus pressure without drowsiness. I only live Claritin Clear with Claritin D.
Angie's List is essential. I automatically go there.
At Angie's List, you'll find reviews on everything from home repair to healthcare, written by people just like you.
If you want to save yourself time and avoid a hassle, go to Angie's List.
At Angie's List, you'll find the right person to do the job you need.
And you'll find the right person quickly and easily.
I'm busy. Thank goodness for Angie's List.
From roofers to plumbers to dentists and more, Angie's List. Reviews you can trust.
Oh, Angie? I have her on speed dial.
Look outside. It's grow time. So let's plant some perennials that'll turn up every year. Trees and shrubs to give us depth. And fill it out with flowers placed in just the perfect place. Let's spend less, but plant more. What do you say we plant a weekend, water it, and watch a summer spring up? More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. We're lowering the cost of no more weeds with Roundup Weed and Grass Killer Pump and Go for just $15.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium lasts up to 8 times longer versus Energizer Max, which means up to 8 times less waste. Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Now that's positive energy.
As a manager, my team counts on me to stay focused, so I take One A Day Men's 50+ Advantage. It's the only complete multivitamin with ginkgo to support memory and concentration. Plus, it supports heart health. That's a hit. One A Day Men's.
It's Monday. Some people will stick with their old way of getting vitamins and minerals. Others will try Incredible Total Raisin Bran with 100% of the daily value of 11 essential vitamins and minerals, juicy raisins, and crunchy whole grain flakes. Guess it's all about what kind of crunch you like. How are you getting 100%?
Hershey's Drops. A lot of Hershey's happiness and a little drop of chocolate. Pure Hershey's.
Every Wednesday by Bravo, 12 world-class chefs battle for culinary glory.
This is one of the best meals I've ever had.
Celebrity chef Curtis Stone hosts.
This is inedible.
Oh boy. And all new Top Chef Masters Wednesday at 10/9 Central, only by Bravo.
From the Edge with Peter Lick is coming to your iPad. From the Edge app or iPad. Get it today. Now, your local on the 8s.
Pretty fast. You heard the sirens go, watched the clouds start to form. When the trees in the backyard started disappearing, everybody bailed downstairs, and 30 seconds later, it was pretty much on its path out, and then turned around and looked outside. This is what we have.
And that's new sound and video coming in from the storm-battered town of Merrill, Wisconsin. Tornado roared through there last night, leveling homes and buildings. Now with the cold front sweeping to the east, we have new tornado watches out ahead of it. Right now we have one in effect for West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, including a bit of Virginia there until 7 o'clock Eastern time, and then including Nashville and Memphis until 5 o'clock Central time. And we are continuing to track all the effects of this storm system as it pushes off to the east. Obviously, conditions still favorable to see some pretty strong thunderstorms out of this. But as it does through the overnight, we're going to include even more people in on that list of those impacted by the severe weather. Even as far north as upstate New York, where Dr. Forbes does have concern about Torcon index there on the 3 and 4th level. And you see by Tuesday with that front moving through, heavy rain and gusty winds potentially for Boston, New York, down to Norfolk, into Savannah, although the severe weather threat will diminish as we get that front to move off the coast. Now, for most people, they run away from the storms and seek shelter, but a few actually charge right into them with the cameras rolling. Here's a unique look at how the weekend unfolded for some tornado chasers in Iowa.
Listen to the roar! It's definitely a tornado. Look at it. Don't go any further, bro. We're going to get hammered here. Wow. Uh-oh, get down. This is gonna hurt. Window shattered out on the back here. Bad deal here.
This is a strong tornado because the inflow is just tremendous. We got multiple vortexes here.
That's a strong tornado. It's not good. It's not good. Oh no, it's coming back. Look at this. Oh no, Darren. Please, Darren. Please, Darren. Wedge tornado.
Darren, get back!
Get back!
Get in! Medic's coming. I can hear him.
Absolutely heart-pounding. All right, let's take a look at some video from our eyewitness storm chasers. This is a lightning storm in Oshkosh, Wisconsin yesterday. You can see nearly non-stop as those strong thunderstorms rolled through parts of Wisconsin. Unbelievable. Look at that. The thunder must have been deafening. And you can check out the marble-sized hail, this coming in from Sparta, Wisconsin. And enough of that fell that you have it coating the ground. Almost looks like it's snowing at that point. But obviously, marble-sized hail, just large enough to do a little bit of damage. We want to see it if you see it as well, so send it our way. Upload your videos and pictures to weather.com/eyewitness or weather.com/eyewitness. Carl?
All right, I want to get you into the west right now, and there's a live look at LA. 64 degrees, plenty of sunshine, as you can see, a little bit of a haze there at the horizon. This is pretty much where we're going to be over the next few days. It's going to be cooler. Temperatures will largely be in the 60s, maybe topping out at about 70 or so, and the weather will be quieter as well. Got a little bit of rain and snow now coming across the northwest around the Chimney of Idaho and into western Montana around Missoula. There you see the onshore flow in the northwest, so some spotty rain and snow showers there up and down 5 and in the Cascades, and looks like that's going to be clearing out by tomorrow. So there's today for you. A beautiful day across the southwest. By tomorrow we'll get some rain and snow into the interior west in the Rockies down through Colorado. Salt Lake City, maybe some thunderstorms, about 48, and a warmer day in Albuquerque around 79. Looking good there in the northwest, but another storm will come in on Wednesday. With this one, we're looking for faster wind aloft, so perhaps some severe weather in addition to the rain and a bit more snow there for the Cascades on Wednesday. Another day in the upper 60s in LA and probably about 74 in Albuquerque.
Coming up next on Day Planner, the latest on an incredible dire fire situation in Texas.
Countless communities remain in the line of fire as crews battle the flames and the weather. We'll have the latest on that.
Plus, you don't want to miss the truly electrifying video sent in by our eyewitness weather team. They are at their best when the weather is at its worst. That's coming up next.
Isn't Easter fun, Red?
Not from my perspective.
Think you need a
harsh chemical peel for smooth skin? With Olay, challenge that and give drastic measures a rest. New Regenerist Night Elixir gently resurfaces for the smooth skin of a light chemical peel. Sleep tight. Regenerist from Olay.